All right, all right. Crypto After Dark, Constant Collab. Thank you all for joining another episode. Thank you all for watching last night's episode on ISO. That was our most watched episode so far. So really appreciate everybody coming in. I think it was really popular content, right? Talking about ISO frameworks and how important those are for adoption, not just adoption, I guess, but for reality, right? We're going to be talking about reality a lot tonight on tonight's episode as it relates to all of the memes and all of the shilling we're seeing across the internet and how you can really focus in and be comfortable as part of this environment, right? Because unless you have $1 jillion and you can put, as much money as you want in these different projects, you're going to be experiencing situations where you're feeling FOMO and you're going to want to put your capital in some projects versus others. And that can be challenging sometimes. So I'm just going to point out some basics and some reasons why I invest in the projects I do and just revisit why I don't invest in some of the projects, or not as heavily, I guess, in the ones I'm seeing most frequently mentioned on Twitter, right? And so we'll talk about that today. Once again, I feel like I've already done an episode similar to this, but we'll talk about it a little bit more today. So I'm going to start with CoinMarketCap. We'll just talk about the crypto market for a second. Want to point out that there's 15,000 crypto coins out there right now, which is ridiculous. Okay, and we'll emphasize that throughout this episode today. 443 exchanges, market caps at 2.3 trillion, trending well. Back up, it was actually hit the 1 million during that deep dip. BCT dominance starting with a 3 now, so 39.9% dominance. Top 10 looks about the same. Not too much changes in the top 20 or top 10 at all in the last couple of days, so I won't go through that too much. Here's some of the shit coins that have been recently added. Safe Not Moon. I should have put Safe Moon in the video description tonight. We might talk about that more. Safe Not Moon is the safer Safe Moon, coming to take over the media side of the BSC space, whilst also educating its investors. There's just shit coins everywhere. If I get on Twitter and read some of these, get these tweets by like the Moon Carl or some of these popular crypto influencers, they're like, what crypto do you think is going to 10x next? What crypto do you think is going to move next? And people are saying like the craziest shit. They're just saying ridiculous stuff. It's not to me sustainable by any means necessary. So before we kind of move any further in CoinMarketCap, let's also I want to point out the Doge chart first, because Doge was sort of the first meme coin to get started here. And don't get me wrong, this is an excellent looking chart to me. These are great structures. I love these structures. I want to point out that I'm on a monthly chart here. So in order to make money off of Doge, pretend you bought Doge like at this first pump or this pump, you're waiting 12, 24 months. This is 2014 over here. This is 2017. You're waiting 2 years for it to pump. And it's not even, has no utility. So you're just investing in a meme. It does pump. So you buy this pump, you're waiting 2 more years, 3 more years for another pump. This is a long period of time. And so I'm not saying you can't make money off of meme coins. And I'll also point out that a lot of the real projects charts look the same. What I would want to point out though is Doge has no utility or minimal utility in comparison. Like, some vendors are accepting it as payments and etc. For how long though? Because it's such a fluctuating asset. Isn't that vendor sort of... the vendor must be assuming it's going up forever, or I'm not really sure what to think about that yet, right? And so drop some comments in the chats where I'm wrong on these initial statements, and I'll further back that with some of the other tokens we're going to talk about tonight. And a lot of them have been incepted recently, like Shiba Inu here, a decentralized meme token that evolved into a vibrant ecosystem. And again, I'm all about all these different ecosystems and the fact that we could live in our own communities and do all these different things in the future. I realize that we all have a lot to learn there. What I'm failing to understand, though, is why retail investors like you and me or anybody else would put all of their eggs in one basket into projects like these when you have partnerships like the ones we talked about last night with ISO or Cardano's, partnerships, or just buying some Ethereum and Bitcoin, or doing things that are more fiscally responsible than betting on a meme. These meme tokens go through some serious marketing campaigns. I've never seen anything like it. And there's a lot of emotion involved. There's a lot of people just saying, hey, buy. It's going to the moon, etc. And all of that to me is like short-term euphoria, because you want to buy things that are going to go up forever. You want to buy things that are sustainable and have long-term value. Communities come and go. Was AOL a community? Well, was Enron stock investors in community? The communities can only do so much. I talked about XRP Army too. I hate that. Throw in the X's up and stuff. What? We're investing hard-earned capital. We're not living these dreams. From its inception, Shiba Inu has done things differently. I disagree with that too. Starting with the supply of 1 quadrillion, our founder Ryoshi locked up 50% in Uniswap, so they have a liquidity pool in Uniswap, and then burned the other half. So they also did a donation of SHIB to help reverse COVID in India. So they have SHIB, Leash, and Bone tokens. The Shiba Inu token is our foundational currency that allows investors to hold millions, billions, or even trillions of it in their wallets. Leash was set up to be a rebase token, but then we removed the rebase and unleashed its full potential. With a total supply of only 107,000, it represents the other end of our ecosystem spectrum. So Leash is the second token incentivized on Shiba Swap and will offer lucrative rewards for the holders, providing its liquidity. Bone has 250 million, and it's designed to fit perfectly between the previous two tokens in regards to circulation and supply. Again, for what? For this community? I'm trying not to be a hater, but and here's the Shiba chart here. When we look at what's happening, I want people to succeed. That's part of the reason I'm doing Constant Collab. It's part of the reason why Braulio talk to ourselves in group chats and answer questions. That I don't get a lot of questions about real projects, but I get a ton of questions about Shiba Inu and all of these memes. And to be fair, people have been making money off of these memes, so good for them. With that being said, the speculation is unreal, and you have to imagine that the utility runs are coming for the real projects that have those long-term valuable partnerships. All right, so here's generally perceived as a meme currency. Anonymous creator Ryoshi sent half the total supply to Vitalik, burned the rest. There's no burning or halving mechanism in place to reduce the supply of SHIB further. Most volatile assets in 2021. So yeah, in general, why are you doing this to yourselves, right? You don't want to be and I just deleted all my leave page. Hopefully I have all my graphics back. I don't. Did I get rid of my all-time SHIB chart? No, I didn't. I got rid of some of it though. So here is where I had some stars here. We sold SHIB up here. And we as in, the Constant Collab Telegram chat. And I think, in general, it's, we participate in speculation, but I'm seeing ever since then, it's been just straight 2 months of SHIB, Shiba Army. I'm holding SHIB forever, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know. I hope it keeps going up for them. if you are buying these things, take some profit as you go. Use a profit taking method or model to help yourself. But when you compare some of these assets back to the assets we talked about yesterday, I'm not. Floki isn't your average cryptocurrency. Let's go back to this other website. Since its inception, Shiba has done things differently. They're all creating these like little brands. Floki aims to be the most known and most used cryptocurrency in the world. Well, we're all aiming to be that. I see a ton of people talking about Floki on the internet too. Floki. It stresses me out a little bit. Okay. There's 15,000 of these currencies. I can't say that they don't have the opportunity to invest like stocks and that they can't get involved with other partnerships and have some of these ecosystem benefits to them. But just be careful. Okay, do your research, be careful. Make sure you understand what you're looking at and understand what's real and what's not. Okay? That's the not financial advice I wanted to provide on tonight's show. Is just making sure that we understand the difference between these different groups of assets. XR Doge, another problem. I know Braulio has XR Doge too. Not hating against people who buy them, against hating on people who shill them. Like, there's nothing wrong with buying Doge and sitting on it for years and forgetting about it. I know we're holding some people who have the same strategy with other shit coins. Nothing wrong with that. No one wants to put their life savings into a bet where you have to make crazy gains. We're talking about life savings. When you enter the world of XR Doge, you pump your own bags and mining fees do not apply. XR Doge will showcase the blistering fast XRP network for those not already in the XRP army. By harnessing the power of Doge memetics, so they're trying to use XR Doge to broaden XRP. XRPL has had a problem with creating tokens recently as well, and I don't think we need to harness the power of Doge to prove that XRP is the best asset in the world. We've talked about that 1,000 times. Built on the XRPL, utility coin of XRP. Because it's a Shiba. It looks like a husky. And I meant to talk about that tonight. I know the dogs out there are feeling really left out that aren't Shiba Inus. And I'm sorry. That's not fair to you all. To all the Labradors and Yorkies and Huskies and to my Aussie and Border Collie friends and to Pippa and all my dog friends out there. I'm sorry that you don't have your own coin. It kind of sucks. XR Doge, 100 billion, just like XRP. 25% marketing listing and 75% airdropped. I didn't get any. At some point you get tired of spending money on XRP airdrops too. XR Doge. Again, I don't think we need the power of memetics or whatever to help the XRP ledger. Dogelon Mars. Here's another one. Dogelon. Look at this dude. They did get the Elon token name, which is kind of sick. I am Dogelon. Dogelon Mars. Join me, and together we will reach the stars. Like, what the hell is going on here? People are putting their life savings into stuff like this. Dogelon Mars comic number 1. How much is this worth? 2.57 Ethereum. 2.75 Ethereum for this comic. Let me just take a picture of it. What are you working on today, honey? I was laying the ground for some new irrigation, but I found an alloy deposit instead. I ought to start harvesting that. Do you remember those frozen microbes we found? I thought we'd try cloning them. No, you'll be resting for our little Mars to be. What the hell is this? I have no idea what's going on here. But Dogelon Mars, super popular. 128th in the world. Market cap's getting close to $1 billion, which is just crazy. Used to work for a company that reached like $1 billion market cap, and they built cabinets for companies like across the world. So it's just really crazy to think about. Kishu, I've talked about Kishi before. Another one that people are holding, instant usage rewards, blah, 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 community powered, secured, and safe. Again, I can't talk about this too much tonight because it just drives me nuts. But I wanted to put an episode out there and talk about the fact that you don't shill these things. Don't get on the internet and buy Christmas Floki and just be like, Christmas Floki to the moon. Like, you're probably going to get wrecked. And this just happened like in a week. But buy real projects. Watch episode 20. This is episode 21. Watch episode 20. Learn about real projects. There's a couple other episodes I've done on real projects, so check those out as well. Here's the last thing I wanted to talk about is that a lot of these are partnering with soccer clubs in Europe. Again, these partnerships are not designed to last. They can change sponsors as well, and I would imagine that those sponsorships are going to want long-lasting utility versus just a marketing campaign that was built as a meme coin on the Ethereum ledger. I don't know how long this dog meme craze is going to last, but we'll certainly find out. That's to be told. So look into the partnerships with European soccer clubs as well. I'm going to log off for tonight. It's been great, chatting with you all about meme tokens again. Just again, be careful with what you're looking at out there. Make sure you understand what you're trying to see. And when you're looking into the market, look for utility, right? Look for utility. Look for tokens doing something when you're on CoinMarketCap. And, big shout out again to all the Labradors and the other dogs out there who just aren't feeling the love. Because all the e-news, the Shibas and the Japanese e-news are taking over. But again, be careful out there. Join the Telegram chat. Let us know what you're looking at. And thank you all for watching another episode of Crypto After Dark. Thank you so much.